Excuse me as I choke as I start here. Ugh.
It is official. I did hit the funding goal for Patreon in the month of December. We did it. Alright? Enough people overnight realized that their pledges did not go through. They updated their information. It is 100% confirmed we hit the goal. And that means that there will be my very first ever Twitch and Chill live stream marathon happening later this month. It's going to be right before Resident Evil 7 comes out. Because I am well aware that once Resident Evil 7 comes out, that's all that anyone's going to want to be seeing me play. You're seriously not going to want me to stop playing Resident Evil. And then just drop it in order to do this stream and then go back to it. People are going to be so ravenous over Resident Evil 7 that they're going to want to see me continue to play it, okay? So I'm going to be scheduling it soon. It is going to be right before the release of Resident Evil 7. By the way, I do have my new health insurance now. I'm on a better health insurance plan, and as soon as I get my cards in the mail, I'm supposed to get new health insurance cards and everything in the mail. If this cold doesn't go away, I may go to the doctor. We'll see. But now at least I have the freaking, I'm trying to figure out what I should play during January. This morning, overnight actually, I got a bunch of suggestions from a few people. It's about 4 people. 2 people wrote me emails, and a couple people tweeted me. And they gave me another idea. And I was like, this could be interesting if this if this works out, okay? And basically, what it was Red Dead Redemption. Red Dead Redemption 2 is coming up shortly, okay? Very shortly. It's supposed to come out, supposedly, at the end of this year, okay? And the bottom line is there's a lot of hype around that, right? There's a lot of hype around that, built around that. And people are very excited to see, Red Dead Redemption style content. And they want to see something that's related to this upcoming game that hype is building for. So it seems to make sense, that this would be a playthrough for me to do. Something fun, something different, that I haven't done since 2010, so 6 years away from playing the game, right? And it's timely because there's this game coming up. So, I was like, that could be an interesting idea. And I talked about it on Twitter, I put it up on Twitter, and immediately, I got a bunch of people who responded and saying, this is a great idea. This is an idea that will work. This is better than Dark Souls 1. You should definitely do this idea. Okay? Then within about an hour of me saying that, I got a bunch of tweets coming in saying, this is a terrible idea. The game has no replayability. We don't want to see you replay the same game again. Don't play this again. It's not a big deal to just do it direct capture. We like the idea of Dark Souls 1 better because at least then you're doing a legit playthrough with face cam and death counter, and it will be added value versus a second playthrough of Red Dead Redemption would not have any added value. Okay? A third suggestion that people just gave me in stream chat right as I was starting the stream today was, why don't I play Red Dead Revolver? So, I'm kind of, it makes sense. It's a game I've never played before, okay? But it's also a game that wasn't widely received as a good game. So, I don't know if that would really garner any interest either, okay? So, that's kind of the things that I'm juggling right now. A second run,
or a legitimate run, I should say,
through Dark Souls 1 with modern things like direct capture, live streaming, face cam, death counter, or a second playthrough of Red Dead Redemption, now with direct capture, or an original playthrough of Red Dead Revolver, okay?
Excuse me?
Now, I'm gonna say one thing, and I'm gonna say it definitively.
And I'm actually gonna title this fucking pre-stream according to what I'm about to say to everyone.
Because I never, and I'm serious about this, I never ever want to fucking hear this ever again, alright? Here's the deal. And don't take offense, because I'm not angry at any particular person or persons. There just seems to be so much information and misinformation on the goddamn internet about stuff that I get fed up, and now I'm gonna put my foot down about this, okay? Here's the deal.
Bloodborne. I loved Bloodborne.
I thought Bloodborne was one of the best games of 2015, okay? Absolutely. But when the Bloodborne DLC came out, it came out in the middle of the hardcore gaming season when I was already in the middle of playing a million other games. People harassed the shit out of me to play it, even though I really didn't feel like playing it when I did. When I played it, I got incredibly fucking annoyed because people tricked me into doing New Game Plus, which I shouldn't have done.
I got fooled. I'm an idiot.
And it became insanely hard, and I couldn't even beat the first boss.
I didn't finish the DLC. I quit at the first boss.
I never ever wanted to go back to it again, okay? So what happened? Well, of course, you got people, oh, Phil rage quit, and I don't really care about that. I really don't. I don't give a shit. I think it's a running joke to people to say Ludwig or whatever the fuck his name was defeated Phil, and Phil never beat him, and blah, 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 okay? So, for the past year, people have been harassing me about going back to Bloodborne and doing this DLC again. And I understand that, especially if you watch the full playthrough of Bloodborne and you liked it, and the fact that I kind of flubbed the DLC because I got tricked into doing New Game Plus like an idiot. And basically the playthrough was ruined because of that. It is what it is. I understand that there's a desire to see me go back. But I'm laying down the law right now, alright? Because I've had enough of this.
I'm never going back to it.
And there's a very factual, matter-of-fact reason why I'll never go back to it. And you might say, well, what is that reason? Okay? Here's the reason. I don't own the game. Okay? I don't own it. I don't, have the DLC. And I don't have any save files. Alright? So, triple whammy. I don't own the game. I don't own the DLC anymore. And I don't have the save files. Alright? Now you might say, well, you could just re-download the DLC. That is true. I don't have the save files. I'm gonna say this again.
I don't have the save files.
I don't know how much more slowly and clearly I could say this. I don't have the save files. Therefore, I can't play the DLC unless I completely replay the game from the start, which I'm not going to fucking do. Okay? I don't know how people can't understand this. Now, here we go, because I knew this would happen. Cloud saves. The cloud, you wrote the cloud. The saves are in the cloud. The saves are in the cloud. Download from the cloud because the saves are in the cloud.
Wrong!
The saves are not in the cloud. Because if you actually pay attention, which most people apparently did not, you would know that my cloud saves for 2 years were completely fucked up. Now you might say, why? I wonder why. Why were the cloud saves fucked up? Because for 2 years, WWE, that's right, ever since WWE got taken over by 2K Games, WWE decided to auto-upload the game saves, alright, including, I'm not even kidding you, all of the created character data and all of the downloaded data to the cloud, automatically. And there was no way for it to not do it, okay? There just wasn't. There was no way to not do it. So, what ended up happening was I had it set up, please back up all of my games to the cloud. And what had happened is WWE would upload like a 6 gigabyte fucking backup, which is insane. It's supposed to be like a couple megabytes tops, and this game would upload an insane amount of data against anyone's will behind the scenes. So what would happen is the games you'd think your games were auto-saving all the save files to the cloud, and they weren't. Now, I didn't actually figure this out until the end of 2015. It was actually the end of the year. I checked it. I was like, what the fuck? Why does it say my cloud saves are full? And I looked, and literally no game had saved to the cloud for like a year and a half. Because WWE was uploading such insanely long, or insanely large save files, okay? So sadly, there's nothing I could do about it. I mean, if there was a magic way to get this save file, you know, out of the sky, out of the internet, I would do. You can't. I have 0 save data for Bloodborne. It doesn't exist. It's gone. I deleted Bloodborne in late 2015, okay? And I just don't have the means to continue the DLC, period. So, I'm laying down the law now. I have now explained the situation. I don't have any save data for Bloodborne, period. Therefore, unless I replay the entire game from the start, I can't do the DLC. I have no plans to replay a 20-plus hour game from the start to play the DLC. Therefore, I'm never playing the DLC, period. Don't ask me to play it again. Okay? That's it. Period. And it's funny, because people will still, you know, troll me now and say, play it, and I get that. But now we know.
If someone comes to me and says, Phil, why aren't you playing the Bloodborne DLC? It's a troll.
Because I've definitively explained to all of you why I cannot play this DLC again.